Number 1. Your sex life has diminished or is non-existent. A staggering number 75% of people who are depressed report a lack of sex drive. While it's normal to have a flow of sexual desire within a relationship, and within an individual, a long-term lack of sexual connection in your relationship may signal that depression is present. Lack of sex drive can manifest from a variety of causes related to depression: hidden resentment, shame about sex, poor body image, feeling exhausted, taking medications, performance anxiety, and so on. By addressing these problems, couples can use their sexual connection to reignite their passion and strengthen their relationship. Number 2. Feelings of hopelessness. As depression begins to have an effect on your confidence levels and self-esteem, you may begin to have negative assumptions about your partner's love, intentions, and affection toward you. You begin to feel worthless, and assume your partner and loved ones feel the same way about you. As time goes on, these feelings only get stronger, and it's easy to feel like things will never get better. Number 3. You squabble more. Are you nagging more, or acting short-tempered, impatient and cynical, which leads to fights? People think depression is about being tearful all the time, but it also comes out as irritability and negativity. What you can do: acknowledge that your mood is affecting your behavior, and give him permission to remove himself from the fight. Number 4. Highly sensitive. Another common trigger in a relationship affected by depression is becoming highly sensitive to criticism, and a general irritability that easily affects seemingly harmless situations. Feelings of self-pity over comments made by colleagues or family members can result in resentment toward the people who care about you, and who meant no harm in what they have said. Having the assumption that those closest to you are becoming malicious toward you is certainly a warning sign that your depression is affecting your relationships. Number 5. Emotions feel like the enemy. Most of us have a hard time dealing with negative emotions, but people who are depressed have particular trouble in this area. They tend to become overwhelmed by the intensity of their emotions, and therefore shut them down when strong emotions arise. With depression, you may react to strong emotions by becoming ruminative, thinking about the same problems over and over, denying or ignoring your emotions, or by becoming overly self-critical. This means that in a relationship, when conflict arises, as it always does in a relationship, you're less equipped to deal with problems that elicit strong emotions. You may withdraw from your partner altogether, or you may push the issue and explode. Both of these forms of handling conflict are detrimental to your relationship. Moreover, you have trouble having empathy for your partner, and hence have less motivation to see things from your partner's perspective. Number 6. You argue with your partner more than usual. Depression affects your moods, and sometimes the depression can manifest as irritability. If you find that you're no longer able to stand your partner's quirks that you once found endearing, this may be a sign that your depression is making your relationship harder than it needs to be. Number 7. You're letting yourself go. Maybe you don't notice or care that you haven't changed out of your pajamas for days. When you're depressed, everything feels overwhelming. You feel like you can't do all of it, so why do any of it? Without understanding why you're gaining weight, not doing your hair, or putting on nice clothes, your partner could interpret your lack of effort as disinterest in the relationship. He wonders why he or she doesn't want to look nice for them anymore. Number 8. You've become isolated. Depression makes it harder and harder to connect with people, even your significant other. You may find yourself withdrawing from everyone around you. When you begin to isolate yourself, you're shutting yourself off from your partner, who still needs you to reciprocate emotionally in the relationship. This can cause strain and stress between you both. If you have a hard time with socializing, try to connect with your partner in other ways: texts, phone calls, emails,